not going to go vote, then they've won. We need a tsunami that overwhelms any shenanigans, that overwhelms any funny business, that makes it impossible to dictate or change the will of the American people. And we are going to get it. By the way, we're also going to be joined by President Trump at 1 Eastern in about 45 minutes from now, which should be an interesting conversation.
I'm hearing he may have a thing he's going to tell the people in about a week or so.
Yes.
A thing that he might be saying next week.
Should be an interesting conversation, so keep that in mind. We'll also get the latest breakdown from our buddy Ryan Gerdusky, our favorite nerd in the world of politics and analysis, see what he's seeing out there as the votes continue to come in. But as we're going to keep saying throughout today's show, go vote. Not often we praise the IRS, but they've got a program you need to hear about. Its benefits go a long way for small businesses that manage to survive COVID. The IRS classifies small businesses as 5 to 500 employees. And if you run one of those, you could be eligible to receive a payroll tax rebate of up to $26,000 per employee. It's not a loan, no payback, it's just a refund of your taxes. How do you get your business this refund money? Go to getrefunds.com. Their tax attorneys are specialists in this little-known payroll tax refund program. They do all the work. No charges up front, just share a percentage of the cash they get with you. Businesses of all types can qualify, including those who took PPP, nonprofits, even those who had increases in sales. The team at GetRefunds.com has already returned over $1 billion to businesses. They can help you as well. Just go to GetRefunds.com, click on Qualify Me, answer a few questions there. Payroll tax refund only available for a limited amount of time. Don't miss out. Go to getrefunds.com. No risk, high reward. Getrefunds.com.
Slade Travis and Buck Sexton on the front lines of truth.
A year ago, there was not a bad investment to make. The stock market was still showing growth. The housing market was on fire. Cryptocurrency was something you were flirting with, maybe. What a difference a year makes. The bubble may have burst on not just one of those investment angles, but all of them. I mean, who knows? But what I do know is that gold and silver may turn out to be the safest, most reliable investment there is. Certainly over time, that's been proven, particularly when markets are volatile. I find value in purchasing real gold. Gold is good, gold is solid, and gold is the key to making sure your investments are on solid footing. I rely on the Oxford Gold Group for my gold purchases. They're the industry leader for so many reasons, starting with their advice and the best pricing guarantees. Call them yourselves to diversify your portfolio. Call the Oxford Gold Group today and request your free precious metals investment guide toll-free at 833-404-GOLD. That's 833-404-GOLD.
Happy holidays, Bay Area. I'm Amy Eric, founder of Madison Reed, a hair color company I named after my daughter. I started Madison Reed to give you the most luxurious hair color made with ingredients you could feel good about. Are you tired of spending hundreds of dollars at the salon, having appointments take 3 hours, and not knowing the ingredients in your hair color? Then you should try Madison Reed. You may know Madison Reed for its at-home hair color, but big news, we now have 6 locations in the Bay Area where we color your hair for you. We call them hair color bars. Book a service and let us take care of you in half the time it takes at a typical salon and for a fraction of the price. For a limited time, enjoy our new client offer on root services starting at $60. Visit madison-reed.com/San Francisco. That's madison-reed.com/San Francisco. Try it, love it. That's the beauty of Madison Reed.
Cozy up to a cup of Starbucks caramel brulee latte. Whipped cream, crunchy caramel brulee toppings, steamed milk, and espresso. Just bring your own comfy sweater. Find your cheer on the Starbucks app today.
Dancing crew, trip for 2, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. Boosters designed for COVID-19 variants are now available. If you've had your primary series, schedule an updated COVID-19 booster appointment as soon as you're eligible. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
You don't ride an elevator for the music, and you don't pick an airline for the movies. So when it comes to audio entertainment, it makes sense to choose Audible. It's the home for stories told by the biggest stars, like John Hamm, Kerry Washington, and Kevin Hart. It's home to epic adventures, chilling mysteries, and can't-miss comedies. Audible is the home of storytelling. Let your imagination soar with audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Start a free trial at audible.com.
Ya llegó nuestra época del año favorita. De ahora al 8 de noviembre, tu Grocery Outlet local tiene la venta de vino con un 20% extra de descuento. Cada botella de vino del inventario tiene 20% de descuento. Así es, cada botella. Cientos de botellas de vino para elegir. Selección varía por tienda. Súrtete y ahorra un 20% extra de descuento en nuestro inventario de vino. De ahora al 8 de noviembre. Solo en tu Grocery Outlet local.
Grocery Outlet, Bargain Market.
Holidays are here, it's every year. All the rose for shares, under winter beer, sunset plus years and years.
Who would want gifts from Duluth Trading?
To Yuletide nights, make endless spirits nights.
Only at Duluth Trading.
Welcome back to the Clay Travis and Buck Sexton Show. Election Day. Is it a special? It's a special day. Can we call it a special show, I guess? I think so.
I think it's an election day special.
Election Day special. I think we'll throw that in the mix. Why not? For all of you across the country, I know a lot of you were probably having the privilege of talking to you while you're either on your way to or maybe back from the polls. Perhaps you're even standing in line, got the earpiece in, listening to us. And I'm just going to say it, we've been waiting for this day, especially those of us who, you know, Clay, I had to deal with it in New York. People driving around, honking their horns after Biden won, and, you know, people yell at me, he didn't win. Okay, whatever you want to call it, okay? After Biden was declared the actual next president of the United States, people were acting like it was the end of World War II or something in New York City. I mean, there was jubilation in the streets. I'm like, for that senile buffoon? You guys really think this is going to be some great... And as we've all seen, it's exact... Actually, no. I have to be honest. One shortcoming that I have had, I cannot speak for Clay, the shortcoming I've had in my politics, is I thought Biden was going to be really bad. It is actually worse than I thought it would be. I did not lower my expectations into the sub-basement sea level of what was possible here. I just thought we'll be down in the basement somewhere. And this is now the first chance that people have, with results, with the scoreboard set at this stage of the game, to say enough is enough and this is crazy. It is also interesting that all of a sudden, Clay, you're seeing more and more of these stories about, you know, elections aren't really as secure as perhaps we had been led to believe before. And this is why I keep telling, we all know what that's about. And I just keep reminding everybody, we can only, after today, refer to this as the most secure and safe election of all time. Assuming the red wave happens, it is the most secure election of all time. And anytime your Democrat friend wants to weigh in on this, he's like, oh, the 2022 elections, excuse me, you mean the most secure and honest election of all time? Because that's what they were saying about 2020, which was a mess of an election.
Do you think they'll put January 6th in the dustbin of awful political ideas? I mean, they tried to brand it as 9/11. That's why you heard Jan 6 all the time, and certainly the hearings and Liz Cheney and all that mess. I think it's one of the great political miscalculations of all time, frankly. Do you think they'll just toss it to the side?
No.
And you think they're going to double down, triple down on Jan 6?
So this is, they created this army of anti-Trumpism.
Yeah.
You know?
That's all they have.
With the orcs and the, you know, Lord of the Rings style, right? They get all the armies of Sauron together to go after Trump. And the goblins, I'm trying to remember all the bad guys from the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And this is the army they have now, and they're keeping it as is to mobilize against Trump. This is gonna, they will change. I'm just trying to tell everybody to psychologically prepare for this. No matter what level of, and is this going to be butt kicking or ass kicking today, Clint? It could be. It could be the number 2.
I think it's going to be an ass.
I think it could be number 2. They will change nothing at the national